What is going on YouTube? Zach with Generation Blade here, and today we have a huge unboxing on the channel. A couple weeks back we did a huge ByE lot unboxing, very similar to this one, and we have another one today that we're going to open up. I'm very excited for this one. We have a lot of great stuff in here, lots of great Beyblades, lots of collectible items here, so figure why not do another opening. This box is significantly bigger than the last one, so kind of finagling the camera angles and everything is a little more challenging, but we're just going to roll with it. We're gonna get right into it. Again, another big box from ByE. Most of the stuff in here came from Yahoo Auctions, so very excited to open it up. We're gonna pop this bad boy open. We're gonna take a look at everything inside and just gonna run through it. Most of what's in here, I more or less remember. There are some items in here that have probably slipped my memory, only because many of these go back weeks and weeks and weeks. It's been a while since I ordered some of this stuff, so I won't necessarily remember all of it, but I kind of like that. It's kind of nice that when you purchase something, you get to experience it again for the first time, like a bit of a surprise. So don't mind that at all. It's also kind of nice for the channel. It's just a fun video in my eyes, just to kind of be surprised for the first time again. So there are some cool items in here though, like I mentioned, some things that I'm very excited to open up and show for you guys. So we'll get right into that. There's probably some paperwork and things in here. So I'll just take that out. One thing I want to mention as well, this is my second time purchasing from ByE. The first time, great experience overall. The packaging was great. Everything arrived in perfect condition. Really no complaints. That video is also on the channel if you guys want to check it out. I did upload that, like I said, a few weeks back. So that's available to you as well if you want to see that. But we're going to get right into this. Okay, perfect. So once again, we've got the bubble. I like seeing this. It's great for really just keeping everything, well packaged, making sure nothing's like jostling around. For me, that's very important. This stuff comes from Japan, so, pretty far travel time or distance to the US here. So I like to see that. Set all of this off to the side. First thing you see here on top is a brand new Beyblade X Stadium. I'm very excited for this. This is the limited edition color in white with the red rails. Or the extreme line and the extreme rail. Very excited for that. I've been waiting to get one of these for a while, so it's nice that I was finally able to get it. I'm surprised it actually fit in this box, but it just barely made the cut, it looks like. So we'll just go around this real quick. Here's the top. As you can see, we have the side here with just the clips for the stadium, the underside. And we'll just look at all the other edges. Really, for me, this is just a condition check as well, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of, how these things will arrive, what kind of condition they'll show up in. I'm very pleased so far with my experience. Everything has arrived in perfect condition, no issues. So it's nice to see that we're starting off strong here. I'm going to do some videos with this in the future, so stay tuned for those. This in particular is probably going to be the main stadium feature on the channel for Beyblade X stuff. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. I might do a review on this colorway, we'll see, but very happy to have this. Just got to move things out of the way as we go just to make it a little bit easier spacing wise. Some more bubble here. One thing I like about ByE is they do a really good job of sort of repackaging and rebubbling everything. I imagine a lot of this stuff doesn't show up to the warehouse in this condition, so they're just kind of rewrapping stuff as they're shipping it out, which is fantastic. I love to see that because it makes everything much safer in its travel here, so I'll kind of reiterate that as we go. The first thing here, fantastic. Again, wrapped in bubble. This maybe came or arrived at the warehouse in this condition. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know exactly what their practices are. I believe these envelopes are ByE, but it's only my second time purchasing from them, so still kind of learning the ropes a little bit. But very happy to see this. This is Hell Scythe. I'll be doing a video on all of the, probably most, if not everything in here at some point. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, definitely do so. Hit the sub button, hit the like button, and then also leave comments down below as we go through the video if you guys want to see stuff. So we'll do an opening for this at some point. I don't actually have Hell Scythe yet, so I'm glad that I'm able to add that to the collection. So we have that, very nice. We'll just get this Beyblade X stuff out of the way. Okay, so we have Wizard Arrow here. And again, I'll just kind of go through everything so you guys can see what kind of condition it shows up in. It's only my second time purchasing from Beyblade or having something shipped to me from Beyblade. But I've had a great experience so far, like I said, so I'm just gonna continue to use them. You have access to a lot of things in Japan that you wouldn't normally here in the US, especially on eBay. You can get stuff for cheaper from Japan. The shipping costs are pretty steep, but it's nice to know that it's an option. So here we go, Wizard Arrow, very nice. I'll do a video on that as well. I know some of this stuff has been around for a while, but I figure it doesn't hurt just to put the video out there for those that may wanna see it. I also like putting these videos out there just because I think they're fun to make. And you know, Beyblade X just launched in the US, so it's cool to open this stuff up so people can kind of see the comparison between Takara and the Hasbro. So here we go, Drawn Sword, also very cool, in great condition as well. The boxes look great. Obviously, I'm more concerned with the contents more so than the box itself, at least for the newer releases, but it's nice to know that these are showing up in great condition. Very happy to see that. Let's see, I wonder what this is. Oh, okay, very cool. So as we'll go through this, you guys will kind of see, I didn't stick to like any one generation of Beyblade when I was purchasing stuff. I sort of have things from every generation in here. So you'll see some Metal Fight stuff, some Plastic Gen stuff, some X stuff, as you can tell. So I purchased, okay, maybe they wrapped it separately. I purchased this grip with a Beyblade. I hope it's in here because it came with this grip, so I'm not seeing that right off the bat. So hopefully, maybe this is it. I'm sure it's in here somewhere, maybe in one of these envelopes. Because like I said, they typically will repackage things, which is really nice. It just makes them arrive, or gives them a better chance, essentially, of arriving in good condition. So it's probably in one of the envelopes. Here we go. This is the LR launcher, so right and left spin. I think I have a few of these. Ooh, okay. All right, well, that's all locked up. So I'm gonna have to open this up and try to fix that. I'm not sure why it's doing that. That's kind of strange. Anyway, some issue there. It's not, the ripcord isn't moving, or the, oh, there we go. Maybe it's because I took this off. Oh, interesting. I actually forgot about that, funny enough. It's been a while since I've had one of these. So I'm really glad to know that came in good condition. Got this for a great price too. That's the other awesome thing I mentioned before about Beyblade is even though the shipping charges are pretty high, you can get individual items for much cheaper and they're much more available. They're readily available, a lot of things. So if you can't find it on eBay, even with the higher prices on Beyblade, chances are it either comes out to a similar cost or a lower cost, but really the accessibility is greater. So you can find more stuff. That's something I really like about Beyblade. It's just, for me, I'm able to get a lot of things on there that I wouldn't otherwise be able to find. So we have this grip, very cool. I love these. I'm getting back into, or I'm back into MFB Limited, so I wanted to pick up some stuff for that. Needed an LR launcher, so it's nice to have these. Gonna just keep making my way through here. Okay, so we have, I believe, a Beyblade here. Some of this stuff is, I mean, you want it well packaged, but some of it's kind of hard to cut open, believe it or not. Let's see. Trying to be gentle here. I have some pretty rare Beyblades in this lot, actually, that I'm very excited to show you guys. So I'm just kind of going slow here. It's not damaging anything. Perfect. So this is Very Aries. This is the Beyblade that came with that grip that I was just showing you. This one here. So I kind of got these as like a package deal. Very happy about that. I'm just going to check this real quick to make sure it's authentic. Let's see. It looks pretty good. I'm going to have to take it apart and just check it for essentially authenticity after the video. I get pretty nervous about purchasing MFB Beyblades just because there are a lot of mid fakes out there. This one looks pretty good. I'll have to do like a face bolt check and everything. If you guys want, in the future, I'm going to put out a video that basically, the point of it essentially is to help you identify mid fakes. So eventually I'll put out a video like that. But for now, there are a couple little tips and tricks I can give you. What kind of screws they use, what kind of detail you see on the metal wheel, the face bolt sticker quality. There's some codes and things on here you can find as well that will help you identify a fake. This one looks pretty good, so I'm not too worried about that. The sticker is in pretty good quality. The print quality is not bad, so there you go. Got that with the grip. very excited for that. We'll take a look at this one next. Awesome. Oh man. Okay, so I'm a sucker for Cyber Dragoon. Cyber Dragoon is one of my favorite Beyblades, or it was back in the day. I wouldn't say it is now, but it's very nostalgic for me. It was always one of my favorite designs. The attack ring is just gnarly. I love the Bit Beast. I mean, the artwork is just fantastic. I was able to get this sealed for a great price, so I'm very excited about that. I've wanted one of these sealed for a very long time. This is my first sealed version of Cyber Dragoon, so I'm very excited to own that. It's going in the sealed collection. Maybe at some point I'll do an opening on it down the road. I haven't quite decided yet. There were a lot of sealed Beyblades in my first buy E-Lot video that we're gonna open up on the channel, so if you guys wanna see those, go check it out. Like I said, lots of great stuff in there as well, but I'm super stoked to have this. It's just honestly just such a cool Beyblade. It's really not competitive by any means. It's not the most practical design, but it's just super cool. I love what they did with this, so very happy to have that. I'm gonna rip some of these open now. Let's see. I was a little more gentle in my first video because I was just going through buy E stuff for the first time, but now I kind of have a better idea of what these envelopes look like. This one's pretty cool as well. I purchased another HMS Bay in that other buy E lot, so this is just adding to that sealed collection. I very well may do an opening on this as well. Anything that you guys want to see opened on the channel, let me know in the comments, because some of this stuff, even if I wanted to keep it sealed, if enough people are really interested in doing an opening or seeing an opening, I might just pull the trigger and do it. So if that's something you want, just throw it down in the comments. That'll help me make some decisions as far as what I want to keep sealed, what I want to open. I have been picking up some sealed stuff specifically to open on the channel. So if you guys want these added to that or anything here added to that, definitely let me know. I figured it'd make for a fun experience for all of us if enough people wanted to see it. This green tape is really a pain. There we go. So here we go, another HMS Bay. Honestly, this is, I think, Advanced Balancer, or let me see here, Advanced Eterner. I don't think that's the translated name. I think, well, Eterner would be translated, but I'm just blanking on, like, I think it's Advanced Balancer or something like that. Advanced Eterner. This one's pretty cool. I don't actually own this one sealed or unsealed yet. I picked it up for a great deal. Very happy to own it. My HMS collection is something I've been kind of working on in the last few months, trying just to build it up a little bit and pick up some more, some of the more common stuff that I just haven't picked up yet, and then pick up some more rare stuff as well, some sealed stuff. So HMS, I know the system pretty well. I know a lot of the Beyblades pretty well, but some of the smaller, like lesser known stuff like this, I just kind of pick up as like just to simply have. It's not really a chase for me so much, but very happy to have this. It's an awesome Beyblade. I like the design personally, but having it sealed is very cool. This could very well be open on the channel as well if you guys want to see it, so let me know. But yeah, we'll just keep going. Okay, I think I know what this is. I'm gonna leave that sealed for now. Trying to get an idea of what's in here before I cut it open, just to be safe. Let's see. Okay, so there's a lot in here, guys. Just letting you know, there's a ton of stuff in here. As you can tell already, we've gone through quite a bit. I think I know what this one is. Yeah, okay, perfect. So this is the Phoenix Feather CoroCoro release. I have a few of these in here actually. I picked these up for basically collecting, and then I'm gonna run some tournaments at some point locally, and I wanted to have some prizes to give away. I thought these would be very cool, sort of to add to the prize pool for like a first place prize, something like that. So I picked up a few of these. There are, I think, probably 3 more in here, a couple from my collection. Basically one to keep sealed, one to open up, and then a couple to give away. So very happy with that, very excited for that. I'm not gonna open it up now, but I will be doing an opening on the channel for one of these. So again, stay tuned for that. We'll just keep knocking these out. I've got a couple of pretty rare Beyblades in here that I'm very, very excited to see. So I'm waiting for those. Oh, very cool, awesome. Okay. Speaking of, this is one of them. This is the, actually, you know what? I'll just open it up all the way, why not? This is the CoroCoro release of Spin Dragoon. So this is, or Ultimate Dragoon, there are a few names for it. This is very cool though. I've actually never owned one of these before. This, I again believe, is the CoroCoro release for Ultimate or Spin Dragoon. So this is essentially the original version of Dragoon that existed in the manga. The original one was actually white, but CoroCoro did a special release in this black colorway with a black attack ring, the black blade base, and then a Magnacore weight disc as well. This is super awesome. I'm very excited to have this, very excited to see this. It's something I've wanted for a long time. I've actually got 2 of them in here, so we'll see another one at some point. But this is a very cool Beyblade. This is going in my collection for collecting purposes strictly. I won't be battling with it, but I figured I'd show that off while I can. A little bit of light damage on this, but the other one I think is in better condition, so very happy to own these. They're getting kind of rare. They're not super expensive. I got this one and the other one for a great price, so very happy about that. Very happy to add that to the sort of the strictly collecting collection. Got something in here. This is a little bit heavier. Okay. Nothing left. Oh, very cool. Okay. So I mentioned before that I'm getting back into, I'm back into limited competition. I purchased some limited bays here because I needed these parts. So we'll just run through these super quick. We have Hell Kerbex here. I'm gonna actually, well, just like every MFB bay I open up or I purchase, I always do an authenticity check. I'm not gonna open them up now and do that. I'll do it at some other point, probably after this video actually. But I picked up a Hell Kerbex. I needed some of the parts from that. I also have a Flame Bixus here. I needed the spin track for that, and really actually the whole thing. If you put Flame Bixus 230 on CS, it's a very competitive bay in limited. It's pretty safe, but I just didn't have a 230, so I needed that. Figured I'd pick up the whole thing. I have a Basalt Herogium here. Not gonna be using that, but I have Gravity Perseus here, which I already have a couple, but it never hurts to have extra. They all came in the same lot, so I figured why not have some extra parts, have a couple bays here that I needed, so very cool. Again, not all of this is actually legal in MFB Limited, but the stuff that is legal here is what I picked it up for. So very happy to have these. Again, I'll do an authenticity check after the video just to make sure I didn't get any mid fakes here, but very happy to have these. MFB Limited is an awesome format. Highly suggest you guys check it out if you haven't already. Super fun. So I'm gonna keep knocking these out. Not sure what this is. Giving them the field test to see if I can figure it out as we go. Oh, okay, cool. Forgot about this for a second there, actually. So this is I'm not gonna open it up all the way, but this is a Plastic Gen bandana, basically. It's got some really cool artwork on it. I wanted to get it framed and put it up on my wall. So I'll actually, you know what, I'll open it up and show you guys. I think the artwork on this is super neat. I was pretty happy to find this. I got this for like a steal. It was like only a few bucks. It was like literally just a couple dollars, so I figured why not get it. It looked way bigger in the photos than it is here. It's pretty small actually, but I still think the artwork is really cool. It's probably about a foot, like 12 by 12 inches. I hope you guys can see that well. But there you go. I just think it's a super cool, I wouldn't call it a piece of Beyblade history necessarily, but I think it's a very cool sort of display piece. So I wanted to pick that up. I think it's pretty neat. Again, for a couple bucks, I figured why not? It's just kind of a cool thing to frame. So it's got Dragoon in there and then all the main characters from G Revolution. So very awesome, very happy to have that. Again, for a few dollars, I figured why not? And I should mention as well, like this is the kind of stuff that you can find on Buy-E or like Yahoo auctions in Japan or Japan Mercari or Mercari Japan. This is just kind of the cool stuff you can find over there that you can't get here. So just another reason to kind of check it out, you know, if you guys are looking to pick stuff up. Giving away some of my secrets here, but you know, it is what it is. I want you guys to have more accessibility. I want, really I want Beyblade Plastic Gen collecting to grow. So if you guys can benefit from that, definitely go check them out. There are other websites just like Buy-E where you can buy stuff from Japan. So it doesn't have to be them necessarily, but it is an option. Here's the second Ultimate Dragoon or Spin Dragoon. I'm gonna open this one up because I just want to compare essentially the condition of this one and the other one. They were both pretty good from the photos. So this one looks to be much better condition though. Not a lot of wear and tear on this one. The weight disc here is in better condition, which is nice to see. The other one had some cracks and stuff. But this is perfect. I'm super thrilled with this. It's nice to have two of these. They're, like I mentioned, they're getting pretty rare. And just being able to add these to my collection is nice. I've been kind of circling these for a long time, like many other Beyblades, and it was nice to just pick them up while I had the chance. I saw one, I got one, then another one popped up on GENERATION, and I had to pick it up. So there you go. These are both the CoroCoro releases in the black colorway. Just a super cool Beyblade, just all blacked out. I love what they were doing here. So again, got two of those. Happy to add those to the collection. If you guys actually have these, let me know. I'm curious if anybody out there has kind of either picked these up or just been aware of them. I actually didn't know about them for a long time. I've known about them now for a while, but initially it took me a while to kind of discover these. So it's cool to have two of them. I've got another Beyblade in here that I would argue is even cooler than those, even though I find those to be some of the cooler options in here, or the cooler Beyblades in here. This is pretty neat. I wish this was packaged a little bit better than it is, but this is something that I actually own one of these already, but for a long time I really wanted one of these. Never got around to picking one up until recently. Then I saw this one on GENERATION and just decided to get another one. I want to do an opening on the channel for one of these, so that's kind of what prompted me to pick up a second. But these are incredibly rare and very, very hard to find. Very expensive these days. This is the GameCube Beyblade game, and it comes with a sealed Dragoon V2 in the gunmetal colorway. Dragoon V2, one of my favorite Beyblades of all time. Not even just Plastic Gen, just period, one of my favorite Beyblades. In the gunmetal colorway, I think it's unmatched. I think it's one of the cooler releases they've done, one of the cooler colorways that they've put out. I'm very stoked to own two of these. My other one is in pretty good condition. There's more box wear on the other one, so I'll probably keep this one basically completely sealed and then open up the other one. So very cool. I'm happy to have a second one in the collection, one to keep sealed, one to open up. So yeah, it's super cool. If you guys have a chance to pick one of these up at some point, highly recommend. I think for collectors, whether you open this or keep it sealed, it's definitely worth it. It's super cool. Definitely a good piece of Beyblade history here, so I'm very happy to own that. And the box art is just super cool as well, especially on the back here, Dragoon and everything. So very pleased to see that came in good condition. A little bit rough around the edges, but these are from 2002. They're 22 years old already, which is crazy. So can't really complain with a little bit of box wear, but very cool. I'm gonna try to get a display case for these at some point. I've been looking, haven't found one, so I'm hoping eventually one will pop up somewhere, or something compatible that'll fit that well will pop up. Let's see what this one is. GENERATION does a really good job of packaging everything, like I mentioned. I'm very pleased with how everything's arrived so far. Nothing's damaged, nothing is really beat up through the shipping process, so it's great to see that. Here we have another LR launcher. I picked up a couple of these because one, they're getting kind of expensive on eBay actually, and then two, if it breaks, I want a backup. So I picked up a couple. I think I actually have another one on the way. So I figured I'd just grab them while I can. I'm not gonna open it up, but it's the same one that you see here. So I have two of those now, which is nice. There's some debate, I think, over whether these are the best launcher for MFB Limited. I think the string is slightly shorter than a typical string launcher, and maybe there's some gear ratio that's kind of wonky with these that makes them slightly less powerful than your standard string launcher. But the fact that you can launch left or right with these is cool, so I like to have that option in one, basically in one launcher. We're gonna keep knocking these out. I'm trying to go quick, but I'm also trying to give a little commentary. Oh, here we go, okay. Here's a heavy hitter. So for anybody that is familiar, you're definitely gonna recognize that through the packaging. I can't resist, we're gonna cut this one open too. Gonna be very careful though, because this is not a Beyblade you wanna damage, that's for sure. These are getting very expensive, especially on eBay, but there you go. You can see it there. This is black Dranzer. I can't believe I'm holding one of these in my hands right now. I've been a long time Beyblade collector. I have a pretty extensive collection, but black Dranzer is something that I've never picked up. I've actually never owned a black Dranzer previously. They were very rare back in the day. It was very hard to find. They're also pretty expensive, so I held out for a long time before buying one. I'm just gonna get a quick look at this. It's in pretty good shape overall. There's a little bit of sticker wear, but the base is a little bit loose, but this is strictly for collecting. So it's in pretty good shape. I mean, the bit chip sticker is there in good shape. Most of the stickers are intact. I'm very happy with that. I'm just gonna take this apart real quick. I can't believe I'm holding one of these. Black Dranzer, like I said, pretty rare in general. This is the black recolor of Dranzer F. Just trying to be gentle with this while I open it up. Weight disc is there, spin track is there, all original. Very happy with that. I'm gonna do a video on Black Dranzer at some point, so stay tuned for that. Probably not gonna battle with this one, like I said. Don't really wanna risk breaking it, but I'm very happy that I can finally add one of these to the collection. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. I've been searching for one of these for a long time. This one's not in perfect condition, but it's pretty good, so I'm very happy to own that. These were also, for anyone that doesn't know, Takara released Black Dranzer with a red tip, the red base. Hasbro released it with a green tip or a green base. So if you're looking for one or the other, that's one way to tell which is which. These were released in a stadium set. So these are pretty rare. I think they were only released maybe once or twice in Japan. Very cool Beyblade. Very iconic. Definitely a famous Beyblade as far as the series goes. Definitely an iconic version of Dranzer F, or just an iconic Beyblade in general. Very stoked to have that. I'm gonna set that one off to the side carefully. We're gonna open up this next. I think I know what this is. This one, okay, cool. So these I purchased, like I said, just to have more. I've got 5 of these total at this point. I've got 1 to open up on the channel, 1 to keep sealed, and then a few to maybe give away for prizes and stuff. We'll see. I've got plenty of them now. I'm not gonna probably get any more of these for a while, but there you go. A bunch of Phoenix feathers. Figure why not? They were cheap. Pick them up while you can. I think it's a pretty cool release, and I think it'll age well. I think people down the road will want to see those or want to collect those, since it was a very early, Beyblade X CoroCoro release. I think it'll age well, so I want to pick them up while they were available. Okay, cool. So this is a Beyblade X. They call it an X Start or a Start Kit. Honestly, I wasn't really sure, believe it or not. I didn't really know what this was. I saw it for like a pretty cheap price on Buyee, and I think it was one of the, I think this is the poster. So it was basically like, if I remember correctly, CoroCoro put this out as part of essentially the launch of Beyblade X in Japan. I don't know what's in here. I'm not gonna open it up now, but I'll do a video on this at some point. I picked it up though, like I said, it was pretty cheap. I thought it was cool, and it kind of makes for a interesting video. So again, a CoroCoro release. I believe this was to sort of launch Beyblade X and sort of, be like a nice, I guess, not inclusion, but like a nice sort of piece of hype material. So very neat, I think. The artwork on here is nice. The packaging is pretty cool. So we'll open up this at some point. Not super familiar, like I said, with what's in there, but I'll do some research and then put a video together. We're gonna keep knocking these out. I'm going a little bit slow, but I'm also trying to keep a pace here, just so we have a chance to look at everything. Beyblade X string launcher, needed another one. Nothing crazy here. You guys probably know the drill at this point. Pretty powerful string launchers, actually. I wanted to back up in the black colorway, so very happy to have that. Nothing too much to say about it, but it's very cool. We'll open up this next. I don't know what's in here, actually, so we're gonna probably open up that right after. Or maybe we'll do that last, actually. This is nothing crazy. I own one of these already. This is basically the Dragoon S release, or Dragoon Storm release for Beyblade Burst. I own one already. Mine's sealed actually, so somebody was selling this for pretty cheap. It was already opened. I figured I'd pick it up just to have. Again, I've got one of these in perfect condition, sealed. I didn't need another one, but I wanted essentially an opened one already so I could have it. I'm not a huge Beyblade Burst fan, but these are pretty cool. So just want to pick that up. It's cheap. Figured why not. So I have that. We'll keep cranking these out. I don't want the video to be too long. Okay. So this, I'm not liking that too much. This is kind of weird. I purchased Wizard Rod sealed in box. For some reason, they have decided to open the box and ship it this way, probably to save on shipping. I bought this in the box though, so that's like not super cool of them to open it up like that. Like I said, it was sealed in one of these. It is what it is. At least the Beyblade itself is unused. The manual's here, that's fine. The QR code is there. Is what it is. I'll do an opening for this on the channel, although it's already pretty much open at this point. It's cool to have. It's one of the best Beyblade X bays at the moment. It's just sort of dominating the meta, so I needed one. Figured why not? It was a good deal again, so picked one of those up. It's definitely a must-have these days. On to the next. Okay, cool. So this is Pisces pre-hybrid wheel. I'm not going to open this up because there's a bunch of tape on it. I needed one of these for the pre-hybrid wheel collection. I've got a couple of videos on the channel actually for pre-hybrid wheel stuff. So if you guys want to see those, go check it out. I've been adding to that collection in the last couple months. So a couple of videos I made on the channel. Just sort of building out the collection as I go. These are pretty easy to find on Buyee. Not super expensive either. So I figured while the opportunity is there, like everything else, I'll pick them up, save a little bit getting them from Japan. So have that, very cool. I'll do an authenticity check on that after the channel. Like I said, there's a lot of mid fakes out there, not necessarily of this bay, but just in general, there are a lot of mid fakes. Like Very Aries, for example, there are mid fakes of this. So just making sure that essentially the Beyblades that you're getting are authentic and safe to play with and collect is pretty important to me. So I do a check on everything I buy. Oh, sweet, here we go. Okay, also a very cool Beyblade. So I'm actually gonna open this one up. The reason I'm opening this one up is because I've been super excited for it. I needed some of the parts here for competitive play. Let's do a check on that. This one looks pretty good. There are mid fakes of this, but this is Screw Capricorn. Very cool Beyblade. I think Screw is an underrated wheel in Metal Fight. It's pretty good. It's got pretty good smash attack. It's sort of, I think some people have called it like the right spin El Drago. I would say that's pretty fair. I needed one of these, and I especially needed the tip for competitive play. So I'm very happy to have this. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so it's in great shape. Again, I'll do a check on this after the video. And then if any of this stuff is fake, I'll just do a video follow up on that stuff for you guys to see. And I'll show you kind of what to look for if these are fake. But super cool Beyblade. I needed metal flat for competitive play. So I'm very happy to add that to the collection. To be honest, I forgot this was in here. I thought this was in a different box. So I'm very happy that came when it did. Pretty cool to have. Highly recommend picking up. They're not super expensive in Japan. Definitely worth, adding to the collection, or at least picking up the parts for, MFB limited. So there you go, have that. And then again, I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna open this up on the side here real quick so I can take a look. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Now I know what it is. I'm gonna do a separate video on this just because I don't have the time right now to do a huge opening, but I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. In my last Buyee video, basically I have a huge haul. In that video, there was a separate haul within a haul basically of Plastic Gen stuff. This is another Plastic Gen haul that I have. Very cool stuff in here, almost probably better than the first one, to be honest. The video that I filmed for that will be up on the channel shortly, probably by the time you guys see this video actually. Very excited for this. I'll just give you like a little sneak peek in there. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna show you everything just because, again, I don't have the time to do that currently, but very cool lot here. Very happy to have this. I'm gonna open that separately in another video. So if you guys wanna see that, again, stay tuned, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and let me know down below what you wanna see here open up on the channel. There's a bunch of cool stuff to look at. I mean, we can do some history videos for stuff like Dranzer, or Black Dranzer, Spin Dragoon, Ultimate Dragoon, all these kinds of videos we can do. So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. Happy to open up most of this stuff on the channel, so leave a comment below. If you guys enjoyed, again, hit that sub button, leave a like. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, and again, stay tuned for more. We have plenty of videos coming. So hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again for staying tuned, or staying through till the end of the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.